What's going on? The Master Jedi coming at you. I'm wearing this pink shirt because I just kind of got out of work. But Star Wars, all right. I didn't think I'd have to make another fucking video, but it looks like I have to make another fucking video. Star Wars, all right. I hope people are watching this fucking my videos on this shit. I really do hope people are watching this. I didn't actually see the live when Star Wars Comic-Con and all that shit was going on, but I seen the after, it was posted on YouTube and I seen it. First things first, why the fuck is Kathleen Kennedy up there? She got no love, bro. I was watching that shit. I've seen other Comic-Cons for Star Wars have been lit, crazy. When George Lucas goes on stage and shit, nobody showed her it was like, yay, and it felt like everybody who said yay was like a supporter of her, in Lucasville. It was like, yay, get off the stage. We get the fuck off the stage, bitch. Just get off. Just get the fuck off. And the thing that it sucked because it was a lot of good shit that I kind of heard, or things that are in the right direction for Star Wars. But it was all coming out of the mouth of somebody we do not like. It was just yeah. But it's yeah, we like it, but we don't trust your ass. That's how I feel. Because if I feel like that with Kathleen Kennedy, I know a lot of my toxic masculinity wouldn't let me wear fucking pink, whatever fucking we are. But yeah. Anyways, I think that everything sounded kind of good, but it just coming from that lady, no, she gotta go. But she can't be the head of Disney anymore. After disrespecting the fans, because I've seen the Star Wars con way more lit when George Lucas and Mark Hamill came on stage. That shit was mild. That shit was like if you go to Taco Bell and you're like, do you want your taco spicy or mild? That shit was mild as fuck. But whatever. Now that I got off of that shit, I'm gonna talk real quick about the game, and I'm gonna talk about the trailer, the fucking trailer, yo. But anyways, the game. Listen, man. If you're gonna do a Jedi game, you fucking idiots at EA. Do the order, do the Knights of the Old Republic. Do Knights of the Old Republic. If you don't know, and on top of that, another thing I gotta say for Star Wars Battlefront 2 real fast. Why the fuck aren't all of the Jedi that were in the Star Wars Episode 3 PlayStation 2 game, when you're fighting all the Jedi, and then at the end you could collect all the Jedi, and you could pick which Jedi you want to fight versus Jedi and change the lightsabers? Why isn't that feature, that battle sequence in Battlefront 2? I don't fucking know. Go fucking figure. But yeah, they need to have something like that online for the Old Republic. If you don't know the Jedi in the Old Republic, read some of the books. Another thing too, stop making Jedi look fucking weird. Get some, I know you want to call it white men, whatever, but get some real, masculine men being a Jedi and shit, man. And get some evil motherfuckers being a Sith. Don't get these weird ass Poe Dameron looking motherfuckers that I can't tell if the motherfucker's gay or not. That's how I feel about some of these characters in Star Wars. And I'm wearing a pink shirt, so that should fucking tell you that there is no bias. That motherfucker is just gay looking. He just looks like he's a homo. But whatever, you feel me? Whatever floats your boat. But not in Star Wars. Get the fuck up out of here with that shit. It wasn't made for all the politics of our world to be in there. It was just meant to be cool and actiony and adventure-y and love and romance and sorrow and spite and deceit, all that type of shit. Now that I got off of the game, because the idea of the game is okay, it's a good step, bro. No, if you're making a Jedi game, it's got to be something like For Honor, for all the Jedi, every single Jedi, every single Sith Lord, that you could think of. And if you want to create your own, you can. That shit is retarded how they have it. Just don't stand out. What the fuck, bro? Come on, bro. Come on. I need y'all to use your your rated R instead of the PG mindsets when it comes to some of these games, bro. The Mandalorian, bro. All Star Wars needs to do right now, they're doing too much side shit, is focus on the story of, which they should, Luke Skywalker. Because what the fuck is he be doing? We want to see the new Jedi he set up, the new temple, the new order, the new republic. Yes, you got to bring back Leia. Yes, you got to bring back Han. But that's what we wanted to see. A. B. If you're going to do another storyline in Star Wars, the old republic, you got Darth Malgus. That could be another Anakin. His story is beautiful. It's romantic in an evil way. That story is so good. He's in the Sith Empire, and he fell in love and war, and it's if they do the story right and add on some good things, not some gay things, no homosexual things, no bias things, no, if they do it well, good movie. The Darth Plagueis book, if they could rewrite that book into an actual game or movie, good game or movie, as long as they do it the exact way the fucking book is called. Like, if they try to put their own narrative in, unless they do it good, it's gonna suck. And like, what I mean by good, you gotta add on good shit. You can't take out shit and think you're gonna add on your shit. That's not gonna fucking work. Okay? It won't work. So I got the game out of the way. I got Kathleen Kennedy. Fuck her. She gotta get fired. I'd rather honestly had Bob Iger up there. For real. Now let's get to the fucking trailer. I honestly feel so bad for you, J.J. Abrams. I feel so fucking bad for you. And the thing is, you didn't even want the fucking role, because you knew the type of armacity that you thought that, you know what, it's dead, Star Wars is dead, leave it alone. I'm not gonna resurrect it. And you did a good job, Episode 7. I will never say Episode 7 is better than any of the 6. Episode 1 through 6, Episode 7 is not. I'm sorry, J.J. Abrams. But you did a good job. I'm not saying it's trash. It's just not better than George Lucas's work. It's not. I'm sorry. But it's a great idea, and I'm so sorry that fucking Kathleen Kennedy, Mickey Mouse voice, just let Rian Johnson, a fucking dumbass, which I also think was a fall guy, because Kathleen Kennedy don't like George Lucas, because she was under Steven Spielberg, because Steven Spielberg wanted Jurassic Park to be on the level of Lord of the Rings, which J.R. Tolkien, which is not, and Star Wars, which is not. And don't try to lie for the lady Kathleen Kennedy. Who knows in what dark room, and what dark air, and what dark secrets fucking Steven Spielberg has told Kathleen Kennedy about the other franchise he didn't like. Who knows what shit talking behind closed doors he has said about J.R. Tolkien, George Lucas, to Kathleen Kennedy when she was helping him film the first Jurassic Park. You don't know. And this actually proves that this bitch don't give a fuck about Star Wars. And me seeing Episode 9 makes me hate Rian Johnson even more, and Kathleen Kennedy. Because it's like, if this was the case, why didn't you guys just stick to the original story in the book? I'm still waiting for Ben Skywalker. And honestly, to me, nothing has happened. As a true Star Wars fan, ain't shit happened after Episode 6. I'm still waiting for us to see Luke. I'm waiting to see the new the line of Jedi you know what I'm saying, that he forged. I'm waiting to see all the battles he's had to do. Not with the First Order and not with no fucking Empire, because that shit was destroyed. I'm waiting for him to see some what the Jedi would have to do, what type of missions and shit they have to do. Go look at some ancient temples and shit like that. What he had to do, what Naga Sadow, what ancient Sith Lords he had to fuck up. All type of shit. And I got some of that from the book, but I ain't get that shit from Disney. Disney canon is that. And another thing, Disney, no one cares about Rebels. That Rebels movie, that Rebels series, all the characters in Rebels is trash. That's what I mean by making feminine ass Jedi. Those dudes you don't even get like no homosexuality, but you're not even attracted to motherfuckers like, oh, I could follow this guy like as a character in a movie, because I could probably follow this guy in real life. You don't even get that from him. There's a fucking kid with blue hair. What the fuck is that all about? Trash. That XD shit that on Disney, Trash. I don't even let my cousins watch that shit no more when they come over. I'll just pop in episode 1, 2, and 3, or 4, 5, and 6. They're satisfied with that. XD, trash. Do not have Rebels canon in nothing. Trash. What else? Also too, I'm waiting to see Ben Skywalker. Where is he? Where's Anakin Skywalker? Where's the sister at? Where are these characters at? These are main characters but no, we know what we got. We got more Finn. We got more Finn. We got more Poe. We got a bunch of motherfuckers that aren't even in the original storyline. That's like, you know what that's like? That's like Peter Jackson telling the story of Middle Earth, of the Ring, without Frodo. And without Aragorn. And without Legolas. He's just gonna make a whole, and then not even tell the story about the Ring. Just switch some shit up. Like, that's what the fuck, this episode 9 is trailer magic. What the fuck is that ballet shit she's doing? She's doing some ballet. Why couldn't you just stop the shit with the Force? Oh, we've taught you 1,000 everything we know. Luke, really? Did you really teach her everything you know? Did you? Because it clearly looked like you didn't, bro. Last time I checked, 3 lessons, which was only 2. So it's just, when I see episode 9 to me is episode 8. Like, that's how episode 8 should have been. Episode 9. No bullshit. J.J. Abrams might have to get back in the studio and create episode 10, bro. I'm not even playing with you. Because episode 9, to me, is more like a second movie in a series. Episode 8 was trash. As a movie, trash. It might as well have been the first one. Trash. You got no answer. You got no questions asked. And they killed off an iconic character, Luke. And I don't even want to talk about 8. That's how pissed off I'm about 8. 8 is not even 8 is nothing. It don't even compare. It's not even on cue with the books, the comics, fan fiction, nothing. That shit was just Rian Johnson's imagination and killed off Luke. And Disney let that shit happen. That's how I know they sabotaged this motherfucker. And Ben Iger still has not offered George Lucas a motherfucking position. And our voices will not be stopped. Because this has fucking gone long enough. This bullshit's gone long enough. You gotta hire everybody. Kathleen Kennedy is fucking fired. You gotta get rid of Kathleen Kennedy. Episode 9, it looks like they're trying, J.J. Abrams with The Rise of Skywalker. So I know, okay, instead of having Ben Skywalker, this is probably Luke's son, or this is probably Leia's daughter. You know what I'm saying? And now they're missing Anakin. Because it's Anakin, Jason Solo, which is Kylo, and it's the daughter. But the daughter's probably gonna be Rey. But you know, you gotta get her. You gotta get the rated R feel back in there. You gotta get that nitty and gritty feel in there. You know what I'm saying? With the good action and the good scene. You know what I'm saying? You gotta get that shit in there. You gotta get it down packed. Kathleen Kennedy, everybody that she hired, you gotta get out of there, bro. Someone new should not be taking someone's position who's been there for years. I don't know how to. That's like me. I'm a machinist. That's like me being on a machine that I have no idea about. And this guy been working there for 16 to 20 years. And I'm just going to come in and take his spot. That shit would never happen in manufacturing. I'll be in his apprentice. I'll be under him so I can get his ideas and learn and grasp things from the guy. But just to get his position, that will never happen. So that's how I don't know, like, Kathleen Kennedy. The women are qualified. Obviously they're not, because the sales is going down. I seen the views on YouTube though. Y'all should be proud. You guys got more than episode none. You guys got 4 million, 5 million, 10 million views. When you guys had episode 8 and episode 7, 100 million, 88 million views. This shit is barely hitting 34, 50 million views. And I'm telling you, motherfuckers gonna bootleg it because it's the trailer magic. But movie, it looks like it's a step in the right. The title is a step in the right direction. Because how the fuck can the Skywalkers be gone? The whole story is about the Skywalkers. I don't give a fuck how mad or sad or annoyed you are about everyone being related. The story is like Dragon Ball. The story is not about Vegeta. The story's not about Chi-Chi, Yamcha. You can have side stories, yes. But the story is that the character that grew all of this that we love is Goku in Dragon Ball. The story that we love is Luke, Anakin, and now his niece Rey. Now I love Rey because she's a Skywalker. See how that works? Listen, man, people got to step up more and just make more videos on Kathleen Kennedy, because this shit will not. Now she has an idea of what she wants. I don't want to hear her ideas. And if I do, and she has an idea, she better run it back before she runs it across the brief. Before she runs it across the brief meeting, let her run it across the entire fan base for fucking first, because the brief meetings that she be having be costing millions and millions of dollars for Disney. So please move her out of the way. Get the Old Republic movies going. You got to get Darth Malgus. You got to get Darth Revan. You know, you could get some new Frieden Nad, Exar Kun. You have a lot of Darth Lords that were really good characters that turned evil, and or the characters like Darth Malgus. I love Darth Malgus. Was straight evil. You know, he fell in love. There's so many characters you could use to make good movies that are top-notch quality, like Lord of the Rings and like Star Wars Episode 1 through 6. All right, but you got to do it right. You got to put time, thought, and you got to be crafty. You can't just say, you know what, I'm gonna make a story. You can't. You can do that, but you got to put time in it. You got to put time in it. Go talk to Peter Jackson. Get some. Go talk to some legendary writers. Get some ideas from them, because, boy, I tell you, Kathleen Kennedy does not what she's doing. Not. And this is what I have to say for the Star Wars 2019. And this is my thoughts, my comments. I keep that. I don't have no bias. I keep it real. You know what I'm saying? You know, the Jedi game, like I said before, unless it was like some. I think the fans don't give a fuck about, like, we love, okay, Anakin's timeline, cool, but let's talk about, if you're gonna do that, if you're gonna talk about Anakin's timeline, no one cares about after Order 66. Because we know that time was like, there's no Jedi, and the story is mad cringy and gritty, and there's this bunch of blasters, and people like blasters, but people want to fucking swing a lightsaber and use force abilities, okay? You gotta make it cool. It's not that hard. Look at Middle Earth. Look at that game. All you guys have to do, bro, is make a game where, you know, you're a Jedi on, like, you could be on the council, like an open world game, where you could go from planet to planet to planet to planet to planet to planet, right? And you're a Jedi, and you're in the fucking temple during Anakin's time. Or you could do something like that for the Old Republic. And there's a storyline you got to follow through. Like, there's so many ideas you guys could do that EA, Star Wars, Lucasfilm could do, and you guys are like picking the safe, gritty bullshit. The fuck is wrong with y'all? Look at Assassin's Creed. Look at For Honor. Look at Lords of the Fallen. There's so many games you guys can imitate and make good games. You guys don't want to take the time to do it because you guys are money hungry. The money will always be there if you take the time. When you don't take the time and try to do the easy way, you'll fuck up. And that's the life lesson. Do things the right, long way, you ain't gotta fuck it. And then you reap rewards off of those games, off of that time. But in the meantime, I'm out. Fuck Kathleen Kennedy. This shit makes me hate fucking Rian Johnson even more. And what's good with this ballet shit? I'm out on episode 9. That stupid ass